G'day guys, I'm bait fishing on the river this evening. There's two main reasons I've chosen bait over lures. The first is I've been moving house all week and I'm absolutely stuffed. And the second reason is I've been moving house all week and I've got no idea where most of my lures are. So I've brought some corn, I'm going to try and rid the river of some carp. But the exciting thing is I found this tiny little fishing rod. When I was moving, it's been hidden in the shed for a couple of years. I've caught some monster carp on this, but so far I haven't caught one longer than the rod, so that's what I'm aiming to do. It's my favourite little carp fishing rod, this one. It is so much fun to use. Let's go see if I can get a fish, let alone one bigger than the rod. Alright, it might be a tiny rod, but it's the toughest little tiny rod you've ever seen. This thing can handle some monster fish. Let's get a carp longer than the rod, which by my guess would have to be about 75 centimetres. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so I've got the little rod that could bait it up with a few bits of corn on the end of the hook. And I'm not going to chuck it out far at all, I only want it just out here. Pretty much there. That'll do. And there we go. Look at that. My other rod holder's half the height of this entire rod. And the second rod's one of the usual offenders, the Jarvis Walker Focus 6'6" spin rod, spooled with 10-pound fluoro all the way to the hook. I've caught plenty of beastie carp on this rod before, so I've got basically my two favourite carp rods in action today, and I apologise in advance for any wind noise. There's nothing I can do about that, I'm sorry. It's been a few years since I've fished in this spot. You've got two or three little islands out there in the middle of the river. The current does flow around both sides of those. It's not stagnant at all. It's quite a healthy little fishing spot, this one. But is there carp here? Because I'm using corn as bait, and that's most likely what I'm going to catch, unless there's a few turtles still active in the system like the other week. Always happens if I leave the rods, I get the bite. But it was definitely the little one. I was going to say it sounded like the little one, but the line's gone slack, so it was definitely the little one. Let's see if he comes back. Here he is, there's a bite. Here he goes, take it, come on. Take it. Got him, oh! Oh no. The little rod nearly had its first success in years, but it's popped out of his mouth. What a bugger. Oh well, I'll get it back out there with some fresh corn and we'll try and catch something, because there's fish here. Awesome. So this was the one that wasn't cast out far at all. It was only just out there. Getting bite already. I literally just threw it back in and I tightened the drag a little bit. Come on, take it. Got him this time. Yep, nice. I didn't take it. Oh, he snapped me off. That's what I get for tightening the drag. You mongrel. Oh goodness me. Tighten the drag too much, guys. Oh no. Now, hopefully I found a happy medium with this drag, but let's get the bait straight back out right there in that spot and hope there's still a hungry carp around, because I don't reckon that one will come back. Oh, look at that. There's some little reddies here as well. They're going nuts. There's heaps of fish up here at the edge. Gee, I tell you what, I'm seeing signs of all kinds of species along here. I reckon I've seen little redfin there. I reckon I've seen a yellow belly come and take something over there. I've hooked onto a carp twice right here. This would be an ideal spot to throw in some worms, I reckon. I've brought the corn today. I don't have any worms on me, so I'm pretty much specifically targeting carp, and I'm hoping there's a few more around. But next time I come, I might have to get some more of them janjuck worms that I used in a video not that long ago, because I reckon I'll hook onto all sorts of things in this spot. Very, very fishy. There we go. Something's having a nibble again. Just waiting for him to come back. Alright, hopefully I've got the drag set correctly this time. Doesn't feel like a monster, but that might be a good thing. I just got to get this rod back into the winning position. Whoa, whoa. Alright, I can't let him go to... Oh god, the drag on this cheap reel is not great, guys. Probably why I had an issue with the last one. The drag does not cooperate a lot. It's very jerky. It's either give or take, as I was about to say. So there you go. I'm going to give you an honest review on this reel I picked up for my little rod, the Jarvis Walker Scorpion GT3 350. Cost me 20 bucks at Big W, and it was a waste of money. Do not bother getting one. The drag on it was absolutely useless. And I've lost 3 fish now on this reel, and I blame the reel completely, because this is a gun little rod. I know it wasn't the rod's fault. Let me see if I can give you an example of this dodgy drag. I'm going to pull with a smooth constant pressure here. Watch what happens. It just decides when it wants to work, and the 2 fish I lost, the drag isn't that tight. I'm going to be honest. It's fairly loose. It's tight enough to set the hook, but the drag just decides to grip every now and then, and that's what snapped off the 2 fish so far. And I knew the drag felt a bit funny when I first got the reel. That's why I had it loose, and that's why I lost the first fish. So I lost all 3 fish because of this dodgy bloody reel. I've moved the bait from my larger rod over to where I've hooked the 3 fish on the little rod. Hopefully I can salvage that, but I've packed this one in for today. That reel, if I can't find the receipt, it's just going to go in the bin. It only cost 20 bucks. Jarvis Walker Scorpion, don't waste your money. Whereas this one, Jarvis Walker Focus, 2000 size, I've hooked that many carp and other fish on this, and it has performed brilliantly. So I can highly recommend the Jarvis Walker Focus. Don't bother with the Jarvis Walker Scorpion. It's a piece of crap. Come on, take the bait. Let me get a fish. I've got to pack up in about 5 minutes. Maximum 5 minutes I've got left. Got him. Yes. Oh, thank you. Oh yes, the drag works on this rod. I've got a fish after all. Oh god, I better not speak too soon. I haven't landed it yet. Come on. Oh, missed the carp. In the net, yes, good boy. Oh gosh, what a session this has been, eh? Wow. I might grab the lip grips or pliers or something, anything to help me handle him a bit better. There we go, guys. The session was not in vain. He is not huge. He's probably about 45 centimeters, and that storm's closing in on me pretty quickly. There's thunder and lightning all over the place, but after losing 3 carp, I've managed to catch one, and I am stoked. I actually copped a bit of flack in my last carp fishing video for killing the carp. Just to remind everyone watching, I live in the state of Victoria, and I am legally required to terminate any carp that I catch. I am not allowed to put them back, guys. They're noxious, they're invasive, and I am not allowed to keep them alive. They're bad for the waterway, they're bad for our native species, and I have to terminate him. I'm so sorry, mate. I don't like doing it. I'd rather put everything back if I was allowed, but I'm just not allowed, and I have to kill him. I always do it off camera, because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube for killing things on camera, but it has to be done by law. I'm sorry to the people that don't like it, but the rules are the rules. See you later, buddy. Thanks for showing up. Well, that storm's closing in and I've caught a fish, but I wouldn't be a fisherman if I didn't push my luck. I've got to keep trying. I reckon there's another one sitting out there. I've already said this, but I've got a maximum of 5 minutes before the thunder, lightning and rain are here. I'm going to try to get another one in that time. Well guys, it's finally here. It started to rain. The wind's not letting up. It's getting really dark over there behind me. It's looking a bit ominous, so I'm going to pack it in for the day. Dodgy reel cost me 3 fish, but I ended up getting one, and that's always a bonus when you go fishing. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I'll catch you in the next one.